Sean, you want a lot. You asking for a lot. Now, see, I have messed up. Well, hello, welcome. But see, I messed up. See, I watched episode 2 of Legends of Future Greats before I watched the first episode of Legends of Future Greats. So it's going to be backwards. Okay, so I already have like an idea of who some of the people are and my thoughts on them so far. But we are here for the first episode, right? So far so good. Shawn Michaels brings The Undertaker, Mickie James, Bubba Ray, or Bully Ray to the folks who know him from TNA. Okay. And Booker T down to the Performance Center, and he's like, "Listen, we got like over 100 athletes with us at any given time down here in the PC. So what we want to do is we want to maybe take like 16 of them, and we want y'all to, teach them what y'all know and see if they'll implement it. And we'll pull back the curtain just a little bit. Um, you said 100 athletes. What we working with? Like, what type of athletes? Oh, tennis, soccer, football, gymnast, um, baseball, maybe Olympic gold medalists, people who have never done this before. It's just a slew of different athletes and some people who have just never done it before. Okay, what's the skill set we're working with? Well, some people have been here for over a year, some people have been here for 5 months, and some people have been here for a week. Yeah, that a week. What was supposed to do? You know what? Sean, you want a lot. You asking for a lot. I'm acting like I'm somebody coach down there. Sean, you asking for a lot, but we're gonna get it done. And Sean explains to them, listen, LFG stands for Let's Go, first and foremost, but also it's not just the team, like the student y'all are getting, it's not just them competing for a contract, because one woman, one man are gonna win. Y'all are also competing for, the LFG title. And Mickie was like, okay, number seven, get into it. And Booker T looking at her like, number seven? Chad already had number seven. He done that how many times? 7 times. You talk about number 7. I'm going for number 8. What you trying to do? I love it already. They messy already. This is going to be hilarious. Now Booker T comes in. They're giving all the legends, their dues, and they're just dues, and they're playing these like compilation videos of like their best moments and just giving a little tidbit about them to the folks at home who don't know them, right? Well, we know them. So the first legend is Booker T, and they give his rundown of his stats of his career, where he came from. And Booker T comes in and he's like, I'm looking for the elite. I'm looking for the ones who want to go out here and get it. Basically, I'm looking for the ones who got that dog in them. Okay, this is Romeo and Juliet. This is Phantom of the Opera. This is Shakespeare. You got to be willing to do this. I'm not looking for the best right now. I'm looking for those that I can teach, and they will learn, and they will listen, and they will take what I give them and everybody else and apply that to this business that we do this right here. He gets people hype, and it's just like Booker T is always great energy. I'll be honest, if you ever want somebody to coach you, just like in professional wrestling, train you how to wrestle, just to be like energy and personality and character, Booker is one of those people. Can't go wrong with him. Just being honest. You can't. They then introduced Mickie James, and Mickie James is like, I hear y'all the future greats. So let's see it. And honestly, her thing is we're getting real time with them to see what they have and what we can give to them and what we can teach them, and maybe they can hone on in it and be great. Okay, because they're supposed to be the future greats, so let's see what's happening. Okay, next up, ooh, it's about to get real messy for the person next up. Okay. So the next legend up, we see, like I said, it was gonna get what? It's getting messy because it's not getting even sticky yet. It's getting messy. Was Bubba Ray, aka Bully Ray, 24-time tag team champion, legendary. Bubba comes out. He's looking at everybody. He sees the legends. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? Cool, brother and sister. And okay, see the future greats. BJ Ray, I'm not adding that other part. I don't know that man. Okay, don't know that man. He reaches out his hand to shake, he reaches his hand out to shake, Bubba's hand, and Bubba don't shake his hand. And Bubba says, I will shake your hand the day you earn the right to shake my hand. Like, I will take that hand the day you earn the right to shake my hand. I don't know how long that's gonna be. I don't know how long that's gonna be. He telling my only job here is to get y'all to the dance. Is to teach y'all learn, is to get y'all there. That is the only job that I have. This is a business. Y'all must know that. Y'all must understand that. Y'all must learn that this is a business. Now, BJ Ray is like, oh, I reached out my hand to shake his, and he didn't shake my hand, and it's like it's not that serious, and it's just like it is that serious. Like from what I've learned from different, like listening to different wrestlers, do interviews and podcasts and shoot interviews and different things like that. Shaking the hand of a legend is a sign of respect. That does not mean that legend has to shake your hand. And at this point in time, I don't even. I think I'll say this: the future greats aren't really rookies. I think they are younger. Like I don't even know what's below a rookie, but it's just like you're not a rookie yet. Some of y'all haven't been doing this long, and this is a TV show. Yes, you're at the performance center, but we're filming a TV show. How do I know that you're here for the right reasons, that you're actually going to help my business, that I put my blood, my sweat, and my tears into, that I've missed time with my family for, and that I've put my body on the line for, to make history, to advance this, this business? I don't know that yet, so I'm not going to shake your hand. I have no problem with it. We'll just see, because ultimately, like I told you, I watched the second episode before I watched the first episode, and BJ Ray seemed like he's gonna be a problem, in my opinion. But shout out to Bubba. I like him. Okay, he's a grumpy, cantankerous, more experienced gentleman, and I think he's funny as hell. I do. Undertaker comes in. Obviously, he's a legend. Obviously, we're glad to see him, and he basically lets the people know, listen, if I'm your coach, I expect everything out of you plus more, like plus some, times 10, times 1,000. And I think he also expects that from everybody else as well, because you're entering into this business that, like a Bubba Ray, he helped transcend. He added to it. He didn't just take away from the business. He added something to it, and he expects all of that out of you, because that's just how much he loves this business. That's how much he still cares about this business. Him and Shawn Michaels joked about the fact that, listen, I've been in, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you the time I've been in here, okay? You don't need to know my business. Just know I've been here a very long time, because this one right here with the cowboy hat, he's also been here, a very long time before me, okay? Before me. Lace the boots up tight, strap it down, buckle up, because, yeah, it's about, I hate to say it's about to get sticky, but y'all about to go through something you've never been through before. So basically, to the future greats, we hope y'all ready. This is actually fun. This is so get introduced to Shiloh. He was a football player. He, if I remember correctly, and I just watched this, he got a scholarship to play at Stanford. I think they said he did one game. His father was a big WWE fan. He's eventually, spoiler alerts, he's eventually going to end up on Team Undertaker. Okay, cool. We understand, great. And his father was a big WWE fan, but his father was his best friend, and unfortunately, his father passed away. And he's like, listen, every time I get ready for a match, every time I go out there, I just look up to the sky and be like, Daddy, I'm here, I'm doing it. Let's go. You the strongest soldier up there with, in the upper room. Come wrap your arms around me. He didn't say all that. I added to it. Okay, y'all get it. Y'all understand. But we got Shiloh. And Shiloh seemed like, with the right tutelage, he could be one of those mystical characters that, if done correctly, instead of people trying to get ahead of themselves, will transcend into multiple generations, in my opinion. Their coaches are, watching everyone run the ropes, go through their drills. This is kind of like, because the coaches are watching us go through our drills, which is what some of the future greats are saying. And we get introduced to Anthony Luke. He played football. He's done amateur wrestling. His girlfriend, now fiance, they are engaged. Shout out to them. Is Maxine Dupree. And every time we see Maxine, she's getting better. And he was like, Maxine is the hardest worker in the room, and I always try to match her energy. And one day I asked her, just show me some of the stuff, and she taught him how to run the ropes. And it was harder than he expected, but he loved it. Like, he's been a lifelong WWE fan, but he enjoyed how hard it was to run those ropes. So he was like, I gotta succeed at this. And as he's going through his stuff, Booker T is like, okay, he has something. He introduces himself to him, and he's just like, keep up the good work and everything. And he's like looking at Anthony, his energy, what he's doing in the ring so far, what we see, gives him a young Booker T. And all the different coaches are giving people advice. But Bubba Ray gave, Shiloh the advice of, watch how you do things. You understand that you were rushing to, and you ended up doing this, and you realize that sometimes if you do that, that could hurt someone. Sound advice from these legends who, they had to learn, and probably not in this type of environment. It was probably rougher than what y'all will ever have it. So I actually like this concept. I also like the concept of the performance center and what that does and how that can help, especially with the wrestlers who are coming back, the legends who are coming back, people coming in off not energy, injury. There's like so many intricate moving parts to all of this that you can't help but be like, wrestling has come a long way. We see Bubba giving some of the more the other future greats advice, and he's telling them like, okay, in the ring, you don't want to immediately like be in the middle because you look small. Maybe you want to circle each other and build the energy. It's like, honestly, watching the show, I'm going to learn more about like the behind the scenes stuff. But you could like, I also learned this just like listening to the different professional wrestlers who have been doing this for a very long time, just listening to them talk. And then we get introduced to Danny Ray. Danny Ray has been a cheerleader since the age of 3. She was doing cheerleading competitions. She went to Penn State. She was the head cheerleader there. And then she was a cheerleader for the Tennessee Titans. And she is like, listen, cheerleading is and I dropped my remote, is an athletic sport that you can translate to anything else, and it translates well just because a cheerleader, you have to know how to tumble, you have to know how to do stunts, you have to be able to remember to protect yourself, you have to protect the other people around you when y'all are doing these different move sets, and it just like they mesh really well together. So she's here to show y'all what she can do. Welcome, Danny. Let's see where this is going to go for her. Okay, so we get introduced to TMS, Tyra May Steele. Okay, get into her. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She's a 2-time world champion. She is that girl. Okay, that gold medal has opened doors. Okay, got her mama a food truck. Somebody gave her a free car. She is here to WWE. Quit playing with the girl, okay? She is beautiful. Okay, that skin is amazing. And she has really high energy. She seems like just like when you're around her, your energy just automatically goes to, another level. Like your energy can start like down here, and then when you get near her, it raises up. I like her so far. I can say this about the promos and the coaches, legends just seem like, okay, what do they have? Because promos are the way that we sell tickets. Like obviously the wrestling is, but the people want to hear the story. And can you tell the story? Now most of them it's just like, you never really did this before. Some of them have it, some of them don't. Some of them have something that the legends can pick out that's like, okay, if we hone in on this and if we work on this, then we can make them better. Or if they have it, we just gotta add to it. Or, we gotta polish it. Some of them are just like, oh, okay, we gonna work on this. We gonna work on this. Like truly, we gonna work on this. A lot of them are able to take criticism really well. You don't get the my feelings are hurt or anything. A lot of them can take criticism really well, and I hope that with that and just like the notes that the legends give back, because I don't think we're gonna see everything because this is a TV show. You're only getting like a hour and a half of a television show. There's not all the things that the legends said to them put into the show. So I hope each and every one of them takes what they learned or, the critiques that the legends gave them, and you take it and you hone it in. Granted, I know they're at the PC, so obviously they're going to be in promo class. They are going to be doing the drills and running the ropes and all these different things and doing, not doing, having different matches. So obviously, whatever they get from the legends, they're going to work on 10 times over because it's not just a TV show. Y'all are down at the PC working. This isn't we're somewhere on a sound stage anywhere else. No, we actually have to work on these things because we're here. Chile, 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 Chile. BJ Ray thought this would be the perfect time to basically try to call Bubba Ray Dudley out, and it pissed off a lot of the legends, and one of them being the Undertaker. Like, don't let your mouth or what you perceive as you just having fun get you in trouble. Ultimately, you felt some type of way about him not shaking your hand, fine, but that was not the time or the place to, put that in there. And if it was, you should have did something else with it. When Bubba said, you seem like you really want a problem, like you really want to fight. You should have took that and flipped it, manipulated it, and maneuvered it into something that could have really impressed them and not just been like, ugh. But hey, I am not a coach, I'm not a legend, I'm not a wrestler. I just know what I see, and I see that that was a crash and a fail, and could have turned into something that was a win for BJ had he. When Bubba said, "You seem like you serious and you want to fight. You want to fight. We get in a ring fight right now." You should have taken that and flipped it and made it like tell a story. Just tell a story. What do I know? So after the promo class and everything, they're gonna take the what you did in promo and what you did like in ring and what the legend saw, and they're going to take that and they're going to choose 2 women and 2 men to basically compete in a match. So they choose Danny Ray and TMS Tyra May Steele, and then that's the women. And then for the men, we have Anthony Luke and Shiloh Hill. Now, what they don't tell them is after they dismiss everyone, after the match, that is when you are going to get the opportunity to get put on a team with your legend. So we're gonna see what y'all got, okay? Because now y'all are basically fighting for your spot on one of these teams with one of these legends. Let's get it. Let's go. Now with Shiloh and Anthony's match, Hill and Luke, I was confused on who was supposed to be the baby face and who was supposed to be the Hill, because it just gave both of them a baby faces, and at the end you throw in the I'm gonna use the rope as leverage to get the 1, 2, 3, but it didn't give like, oh, this is a babyface, this is a heel. It just gave, baby, we're going through the motions. What are we doing? We're going through the motions, and that's not to hate. Honestly, he seems like a really nice high energy person, and I feel like for him to be a heel and for it to be believable, you gotta dig deep. You gotta dig deep. Something gotta happen where you just be like, "Fuck, I'm about to cheat. I'm about to rinse my eyes. I'm foot on the rope. I'm gonna trip you. I'm gonna do something." Like it wasn't giving heel. I don't know what to do. And the legends was like, it's kind of hard to make your baby face when your heel isn't giving you really anything to work with. And it's like maybe him being a heel won't work in the long run, or maybe he needs more time to really just like get into like the heel aspect of it. Because as a heel, you could do a lot of things. Okay, I tell you this, Tama Tonga is supposed to be a heel. We are supposed to dislike him, but he makes being bad look so damn good, and it just be like, oh my god, that you got it, Randy Orton. This mom to this day, my mother does not like Randy Orton. It does not matter that Randy Orton is, at one point turned babyface, and now it's just like everybody singing his music and everybody enjoys him. It does not matter to this day, based off of him, the things that he did, and she saw him live once with my brother. To this day, she does not like Randy Orton, and it's just like you got to, I don't know, there's something about it. I don't know how to like for me. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you have to have like maybe just a little bit of like asshole tendencies. I said asshole tendencies. Maybe you have to have some of those tendencies in there, or just like a possible mean streak within you already in order to, make yourself believable to be a heel. The coaches talked to Anthony and Shiloh, and ultimately, they picked Anthony because Anthony had just like a little bit more edge. Anthony came out with confidence, and he gave very much heel when he entered into the arena, entered into the ring. He had the confidence, and Bubba was like, "Don't let this go to your head." But that confidence that you have within yourself and some of the moves I saw gave me Dwayne Johnson. Just don't let it go to your head. And honestly, I can agree. He definitely has the confidence. It was definitely there behind him. But I also have to agree with Mickey. You didn't cheat. You didn't give, the baby face something to have to fight against. So it was kind of like, y'all are going through the motions. But Anthony wins, and now his whole thing is, how do you choose between the four? Who is he going to choose? We don't know. And now we got to get to the girls. I always root for the girls. I do it for the girls, the gays, the days, the thems. Okay, and for the people in the front and the back. Okay, we love the girls. I feel like this has been a common thing amongst a lot of stuff happening recently. The girls outdid the men. Okay, the women outdid the men. We do it for the girls. Okay, they outdid the guys did amazing. The guys did good. The women did amazing. Like, you could not take your eyes off of what was in the ring, and the legends couldn't either. And you hear Undertaker asking Shawn Michaels, like, Tyra, she never done. Nah, she like amateur, but she's never done it like we've done it before. And it's like, oh wow, like, first of all, she's an Olympic gold medalist, and she could be you could be the nicest person to be the Olympic gold medalist, but low key, especially how people feel about, you got your Olympic gold around your neck and you're rubbing it in our face. She's definitely a heel. She definitely tapped into it, and it was amazing. I so enjoyed it. They did tell, like, they chose Tyra, but they did tell, both of them, y'all did amazing. And Danny is so used to doing everything perfectly, because that's what you have to do with cheerleading. You have to do it perfect. It has to be clean. It has to be perfect. It has to be pristine. There could be no screw-ups, no mess up. There, nothing dirty about it, because that is how you make sure you stick your moves, you stick the landing, and it has to look uniform. Now we gotta, dirty you up just a little bit, put some stank on it, put a little extra sauce on it, make sure it's just like you can rock and roll with the best of them in a wrestling ring. But the women did amazing. Oh, shout out to the girls. Cheers to the girls. Tyra called her husband because she like, I need your help to make this decision. So when we get back from commercial, it's time for Anthony and Tyra to make the decision. Now, before we get to Anthony, Tyra's like, listen, when you look at the Undertaker, you say that's a superstar. And I want to figure out what that is. So she chose the Undertaker. Ah, okay, we love it. We're gonna have a good time over here, right? And Anthony, he gives his speech, and he's like, my whole life I practiced all how to do a spinneroonie. He actually gets in the ring and does a spinneroonie, and he chooses Booker T as his coach. And this could only get better. Now, the next episode kind of opens up with, not kind of, because I already did the next episode. But the next episode, we're going to see Danny, Anthony, Shiloh, and Tyra team up, and it's going to be a mixed tag match. And Anthony and Tyra are the heels. Danny and Shiloh are the baby faces. And it's actually a really good match. And it was just to get them out in front of the crowd to see if they can hang with the big dogs, if they can hang with the best of them. We love to see it. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Next, the second episode that I've done is a longer episode than this, of like a recap review, and we're just gonna keep rolling with Legends and Future Breaks. I'm actually enjoying this show. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people, and hit those links in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.